What's up, everybody? I am not a software engineer, and I am surprisingly not an Unreal developer either, but I did take it upon myself to try and learn some Unreal Engine 5 by remaking this Halo map, as you may recall, being called Battle Creek and then subsequently Beaver Creek in Halo 2. So basically, this map is pretty simple, right? It's like two bases that are opposing. You got a blue base and a red base, and then there is this kind of I didn't even know. It's kind of a rock pathway up here where you get the rockets, and there is a sniper up here, which I haven't actually designated just yet. But I kind of just wanted to walk you through this, and also it would serve as like a point in time for when this hopefully gets better at some point in time. So right now I'm just in UE5, and I'm going to go into play mode real quick and just kind of walk around so you can kind of see. But in this base that I spawned here, we can see this is the red base. So basically what I've done is I kind of just took the cube in Unreal, and then I just changed the size of the cube. As you can see, there's kind of some texture nonsense going on here. But yeah, so I just made walls, as you remember, the tunnels and all that good stuff. And then I made this ramp here, and then I have some, I guess this auto material that I may or may not change, but long story short, it is inside the base, which probably shouldn't happen. But by and large, I just kind of copied the original feel of the map as best I could. And I did use Master Chief Collection to actually log into the game and get some reference. It was actually the first time I've ever done this, right? So it was kind of difficult to get like the scale right, and I don't think it's perfect by any means. But overall, I eventually ended up with the angles that I wanted, right? Which is just kind of the corridors and the I guess you see the little ramp that walks in here, and then the one on the other side as well. So kind of the big focal point of the map is this ramp in the middle, right, which goes up to the rockets. And I basically just used Nanite rocks, which was pretty dumb, but the reason that I did it is because it was easy. So eventually what I'd like to do is redo all these Nanite rock faces in Blender so that they're not just copy and pasted over and over again, as you see here. And then also, if you notice, like in Halo, when you actually run up this rock, it's kind of smooth, right? Whereas this one, I have to jump up, and that's because the meshes are basically complex meshes. And so I guess what I'd want to do is if I did nanite, I'd probably want to like combine all the meshes somehow. I don't really know how to do that yet, but again, this is kind of a learning experience, right? So that's the goal, is to figure it out as we go, kind of thing. But yeah, so this is the red base, and then I guess the coolest thing that I've done here is probably this teleport. Hopefully it still works, but obviously there needs like some VFX and all that good stuff, but it does actually transport you to the other side of the map, which again is the blue base. So I'll actually walk in the blue base, and I just put point lights in here, like this blue point light, and for some reason the lighting, like I don't really know if it's an Unreal thing or whatever, but sometimes the lighting seems like it just cuts out randomly, like if I go in a dark spot or whatever. Also, I'm pretty sure I'd fall through the map if I fall down there. But yeah, so I got to figure out the like post-process volume stuff properly, because the lighting's a little odd here. But I did actually use the, what is it, like the water system in Unreal 5, and I mean, this is like pretty close to what I'd want in a kind of a finalized version of the map, right? If it ever actually got played or whatever. And kind of the reason I did this, right, is because eventually I think, well, I don't know if Forge will be in whatever remake they're coming out with Halo, but if they do, it'll probably be based on Unreal Engine, since the new game is an Unreal Engine. So it'd be cool to like get some skills going there, so I can make some maps eventually. But the last thing I wanted to mention is kind of this auto material, which I think is based on terrain height. So I don't know, I can't even remember where I found this. Um, but it was nice as like kind of a, like a placeholder or whatever, but this grass is probably way too computationally intensive, first of all, and second of all, um, it kind of gets a little weird. Like if I wanted to like edit out the grass, I basically have to do this, like you can kind of see where I did it here, this little painting that I would have to do on the actual terrain, so that you can basically remove the grass, because otherwise it would go through this like border mesh right here, and it doesn't really look good. But anyway, yeah, if you have any tips with auto material, or should I even be using them? I don't even know. That would be awesome. Another, I guess, oddity of this is the meshes, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I put a texture on this mesh, but for some reason it like disappears or whatever. But Yeah, that's kind of it. I'll just show you a bird's eye view. Also, another thing about the auto material is like it kind of looks super weird when I'm not in play mode, and then it like re-renders itself when I go to play mode. So I don't know if it's a level of detail thing to try and like make performance better or whatever. But yeah, it's a little odd. Anyway, this is kind of what the arena looks like. Remember when arena shooters were a thing? That was cool, wasn't it? But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any comments or suggestions, or like, did I do something really dumb, or could I have done something better, or how would you go about putting glass here? Like any things like that would be awesome. And hey, maybe we'll get to collab on some Halo maps one day. That'd be sick. I'm hoping that Forge becomes a thing in the remake. So until next time, thanks for watching.